Yeah, and it seems like we'll see how things go, but when a player is losing, the win seems to bother them a little bit more compared to the player that's winning.
It's a very good point. Kyle taking a quick 1-0 lead. And we saw that happen. So earlier when Jay was playing on this court, he was on that side. He had about 5 shots in a row that went out of bounds. So he had a hard time really calibrating himself to that wind at his back.
Nice. Yeah, the wind is tricky, especially on this court here with the wall next to it. It does a bit of swirling.
Are you familiar with these courts at all, Phil? Is it? Oh, wow. What a play.
Phew. Is that the coverage? I think he took 2 steps to get to that shot.
Yeah.
Nice placement.
Yeah, I mean, Jay just seemed like he was a little bit out of balance there. Couldn't really get to it properly. Kyle gesturing with his arm, the trajectory that the wind is throwing these balls around.
That was tough luck there for Kyle. Yes.
They went for that two-handed backhand there and just clipped the top of the net there. We've all been there. Except for Phil. He makes it over the net every time. Oh, wow. Another great play there.
Very nice. It's good court coverage on that point.
And the athleticism by both to be able to get those balls is unreal.
Yeah, this movement in singles is quite different from the doubles. Very explosive out here. Very strong legs by both players.
Yeah, a lot of the shots that you recommend people don't make in doubles work really well in singles here. Joey Farias is out there saying he's not attending this year because he will be attending his little sister's birthday in New Orleans this weekend. We miss you, Joey. Wish you could be here.
Nice drop by Jay there. Yeah, multiple options on that.
A little disagreement with the referee there.
No, the singles is pretty deceiving out here. You think some shots look pretty easy, and just nothing is easy out here.
Nothing.
You don't.
No.
And Eddie, you know my pet peeve is missing shots into the net.
That's why I said that earlier.
Never want to see that.
Yeah.
Make your opponent play.
That is a lesson you have instilled in me forever, Phil.
Good example on that point right there.
I got yelled at too many times.
But just don't watch me play. Just do what I say. Don't do what I do.
Well, we are going to be able to watch you play this weekend, aren't we?
We'll see.
We'll see.
My partner texted me. He might be a little injured.
Uh-oh.
So, not sure how things are looking.
Webby's flying down. He'll fill in for him.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, great shot.
That was nice.
Jay's shot went a little bit long there.
Yeah, there was a gust of wind that picked up right when he hit that return. Oh,
Really good shot by Kyle.
that wind just knocked that ball down.
So, Phil, I mean, you spend, as much time in these courts as anybody else out here when you're instructing. Talk about what the wind is usually like. How does it play on this court?
On this court with the building on the side here, the wind tends to swirl a bit. You think it's going in one direction on one side, and then next point it could change completely.
Okay.
It's not easy at all. I mean, best strategy, go for safe targets out here.
Everything was open. Game fail. Everything was open.
And that is the voice of Chad Edwards in the background there. Not for bronze medal matches.
Timeout.
Timeout is called, and as you know, we like to allow for our amazing sponsors to show commercials. But if you have them live with you on the broadcast, maybe you can talk about it. So, Phil Metz of Team Phil Realtors. Do I have that right?
Yeah, I'm Phil Metz, and my partner's name is Phil Hofflin, so we're Team Phil. We thought that kind of makes sense and pretty easy to remember. And yeah, I mean, why just get one Phil when you can have two?
I like it.
So we do pretty well. We're the top sales team last year, and we just recently switched over to John R. Wood, and we're having a great start to this season with sales. So can't complain. And just pickleball is a big part of the people that we work with. Just they're the best people in town. So we're very fortunate.
So if you're out there, you're interested in a home here in Southwest Florida, and you're looking for the communities with pickleball courts, is that something you can help people find?
Yes, for sure. We specialize in the pickleball communities. I think, Eddie, you live in one. Very nice one.
Very blessed, yes.
Yes, Isles of Collier Preserve is a great community. A little partial to that place. Right next to where they host the U.S. Open.
Walking distance, yeah.
Yeah.
Literally. Well, we appreciate you, Phil, for sponsoring this and helping to grow the sport of pickleball.
Oh, yeah, our pleasure. Yeah.
Cal Yates with a 10-6 lead here. Oh, nice grab there. Oh.
That's a fun way to finish the game for Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle seemed real dialed in that game, very focused. Obviously, he was able to take that one 11-6 over Jay Devilliers. Not to say that Jay didn't play his heart out there. I just think that Kyle was that inch more precise with his shots, which in this game could be the matter of 11-6 or 6-11.
I think who knows how things might change with a change of sides here. It just seemed like Kyle did a good job of making Jay hit a few extra balls in each point, and just enough to create the error from Jay.
Here we go, underway for game 2. Jay with the serve.
Oh,
Wow.
great angle.
It's points like that that make it very exciting to be able to watch singles. Got a question from Michael Wheeler out there. Is this the final? This is actually the bronze medal match here today. So the winner of this is going to be going on to take on Tyson McGuffin in the gold medal match.
You know what, Eddie? When I showed up here, a few people came up to me and asked me where Ben Johns is. They all thought he was playing singles. Do you know if he entered singles?
He is not playing singles. I don't know if he entered, and I know he will be here this weekend though. Oh, wow, what a point that was.
That had everything. Just looks like Jay is pressing some of these volleys right now, thinking he has to make it too good. Great angle. Wow.
Yeah, that's a good point, right? I mean, obviously in singles, you have to take higher risk shots. At the same point, you know, when you lost 11-6 game 1, it's probably not a bad idea to maybe reassess, take the lines as out of the picture as much as possible.
Good play.
6.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Eddie. Just going for safer shots overall, but at the same time, you do have to go for a little bit more compared to doubles. But I think Jay could go for some safer targets right now until he finds his range.
Ooh.
At the same time, that was a good example of Kyle's footwork and his quickness on the court. He's got to go for shots in order to beat Kyle. Kyle makes you beat him out here.
You definitely earn your points. No, I mean, there's really not much you can do about that, right? You float that ball up to Kyle at the line, and he's just going to wait until the very last second and
Right, you make him
get you out of position, yeah.
You just try to guess where he's going. Hope for the best. Jay would like more points like that.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of get Kyle off to one side, have a big opening for the winner.
Well, I think he has to use what's given to him to his advantage, right? Obviously, he's got the height, he's got the wingspan on Kyle a little bit. So I think he's got to figure out ways to use that. So Larry on Facebook said, since his crowd is behind Kyle, Kyle is kind of a local legend here. I mean, he's from Fort Myers, and so he definitely has a strong fan base at a lot of the tournaments here in Southwest Florida. And really anywhere he goes, he's very well known in the sport. And Jay, yes, where is Jay from? Jay is from Wichita, Kansas. Originally born in Paris, France, I believe, though.
What I am noticing right now in this game, if you watch Jay's shot selection, he's going for a bit more pace and deeper angles overall. And if you watch Kyle's shots, he's going a little bit softer, going for the more severe, acute angles on his play, really stretching Jay out because Kyle knows that if he tries to drive the ball, Jay's right there. Like you said before, he can cover the court without a whole lot of movement. So the only way to make Jay move is hitting these softer, shorter angles against him to throw him off balance. Kyle's doing a really good job of executing that.
Just a little bit wide there, but God, the athleticism of these two is incredible.
Yeah. I think Jay hit about 2 or 3 extra shots in that point just to win it.
You can tell that both these guys are really dialed in. I'm getting a strong sense of focus from Kyle right now. He seems locked in. Earlier, I think the wind kind of threw him off a little bit. I don't know if either the wind died down or he kind of just got worked through it, but he seems like on another level.
Yeah, oh, for sure. He's definitely found his range with his shots. He's looking very comfortable out there. If there's any wind, you wouldn't know it by watching his play.
Mm-hmm. Timeout has been called, which means we'll take a quick break to hear from some of our sponsors.
Not today. Break's over. You dropped something.
That's a wicked backhand.
Both players coming out of the timeout here.
It's nice that it's not raining today.
Very true.
It got rained out yesterday.
We were 2 points into our bronze medal match last night, and the rain came, so.
I'll take the wind over the rain anytime.
Well, at least you can play in the wind.
Yes.
As you can see on court behind us there, number 2, you've got Simone Jardim out there. Oh, just couldn't get to it. Well, and especially because I think the wind is blowing in that direction, which means it's going to suck the ball into the net as well, making it even harder to get it over.
Right. Oh, sure.
Jay's serve went a little bit long there.
Oh, is that Simone on the far court?
It is.
She's not a bad player.
I've heard of her.
Oh, that was a good point. Kyle just kept that ball in play. Jay went for the angle, just missed.
It's another, that was an out serve, and now another out return there from Jay. We have seen that. That is one thing that I will tell you tonight, that I've seen more out of surprise. I was really surprised by it, but I have seen quite a few of his balls go out.
Yeah, you don't see that in doubles as much.
Mm-hmm.
I think in singles, the strategy of singles, it kind of forces you to go for a little bit more. And with this wind, if you're a touch off, then you're missing because they're not going out by much.
Looks like we got another quick little timeout here. So, since you brought up Simone Jardim, do you have any good stories about her since she's not on the stream to defend herself right now?
You know, I teach here at the academy, but I don't see her too often, other than Thursdays. We do the clinics together. And, I mean, I feel like I'm always bailing her out, covering for her, trying to make her look good on the court. It's a lot of work.
Well, I mean, you've taught her everything she knows, right?
Pretty much.
Just wide. I can always determine how good a singles point is by how many squeaks of their shoes they get on the court.
True. I don't think they could be stretched out much more on that point.
Just a little wide there. Great shot by Kyle. Just caught that line.
loose points.
Well, and that was a great thing is that Kyle actually did a fantastic job getting that shot halfway through the point that pushed Jay back, but Jay did just as good of a job working himself back into that point as well. If you're just joining us, guys, this is the men's singles pro bronze medal match. Winner of this is going to be going on to take on Tyson McGuffin for the gold medal.
And this is one thing that some pickleball players have to remember. No lead is safe out there. Just a couple of loose points by Kyle. It's one thing to get a lead. It's another thing to close them out.
Yeah, and this game it can be very streaky. It can be very momentum driven.
Wow.
Great play from Jay.
Yeah. Almost looked like he was diving for that last shot.
Got 5-9 here. What a point.
Nice point. You can put that one on the highlight reel.
Well, so we've gotten feedback in the past that we've done instant replay a little bit too frequently, but I had to 3 times in a row that time. So, all right, guys, we're going to take a quick sponsor break here. We'll be right back. I play today at 6 p.m.
Oh,
My bracket
wow.
starts, yeah.
Under the lights for you.
Which is great for me because,
Showtime.
and usually when I play here for a league is at night. So that's where I'm most comfortable on these courts.
Very good. Advantage.
This will be my
Home court
second time ever
advantage.
playing singles, though, in a tournament. So
Wow. So what's the difference in the mentality between singles and doubles for you?
I mean, for me at my level, still starting off, it's more just, it's just me out there. I don't have a partner to think about, and it can kind of just be me. I mean, the end result is me.
Yeah.
And so I think there's something nice about that, but at the same point, you also don't have that partner there kind of pumping you up too. So it's a different mentality, different skill set. And for me, I just kind of press the whole time and see what I can get through and rely on my training.
Very good approach.
Thank you. I'm glad that's Phil approved.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you taught me everything I know too, so.
Well, you give Simone some credit. Yeah.
Okay.
Good point.
Kyle calls the timeout. 9-6. Here's another word from our sponsors.
It's no secret, I lose so many electrolytes when I play. Eventually, I either start cramping or I run out of gas.
Electrolyte Supreme gives me enough energy and hydration.
They prevent cramps, and what's really important to me, they help me to recover quicker.
I know I can push myself a little bit more and not have to worry about cramps.
I feel better, I feel good, and it's fun to feel good.
We're feeling great, we're energized, and we're ready to have a great day, right, Lucy?
And it's fun to feel good.
It's fun to feel good.
All right, Jay's making Kyle work to close it out this this game. See what happens here after the timeout.
Good use of a timeout by Kyle. That ball is not coming back. Jay made darn sure of that.
No kidding. But well placed.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a ball I'd like Jay to make Kyle play.
Mm.
Nice play.
I mean, it's incredible how fast they can just move around this court and cover it.
Yeah, I think both players, they just seem to anticipate well, but at the same time, their reaction time is just incredible.
Oh, just caught that.
Nice play.
You know, and that's the thing, too, is Jay works so hard to stay in that point, too.
Oh,
That's got to be frustrating.
It was great defense. I mean, Kyle was in control at that point. Jay made him play an extra 3-4 shots, it seemed like.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle stayed patient. You know, it can get a little frustrating to not put the ball away on each shot.
Men's single, 4-5-50. YMCA. Gosh, I did it again. Never mind. Go get a ball.
I believe Jay was asking if the ref had seen that. He might not have agreed with that call. But obviously, from different perspectives, especially from over there, whether the ball's in or out can be tough to really see for yourself.
Game point. I mean, there's a level of sportsmanship out here. I don't think anybody's trying to make any bad line calls here. Not to mention you have a lot of people watching this match. Everybody's got a pretty good view of all the lines.
Yeah, we're hoping later we can get the camera around to kind of show you guys the facility, how many people are here right now watching. It's a great place. Another reason I love coming here and playing here is because you have the indoor air-conditioned area, nice bathrooms. Kyle put that one a little bit long. Very frustrated with himself from that. Wow, just caught that corner.
Nice shot. It's tough when you can see the finish line, but then at the same time your opponent keeps inching a little bit closer to you. Not a good feeling.
Well, guys, I know I promised you I wouldn't keep hitting that instant replay button, but these are just too good of shots. Unreal. You know, this is the kind of match that we would like to go to a Game 3. I don't think Kyle would, but I think the rest of us would really like for us to see a Game 3 here. And like that, we have it.
Jeez. How did he come up with that angle?
Wow, here we go. It's tied up. Let's see what Jay can do here. Momentum is on his side.
Wow. Another. Jeez. I think the ref said both players are out of timeouts.
That wind is getting a little gusty right now. And he caught that corner. That's game. Jay Devilliers taking that one 12-10, which means we are going to have a game 3, folks, which is what we want to see. I like game 3s. What do you think about them, Phil?
You know, the game 3s, I think, kind of shows what the players are made of. How bad do they want it? I think we're going to find that out real soon, especially as this wind is picking up out here.
That's right. One thing I do want to bring up, guys, is that we are live here from Peak Performance Pickleball Academy in Bonita Springs, Florida at the Bonita Springs YMCA. And I can honestly tell you from personal experience how great everyone at Peak Performance Pickleball Academy is. I'm just saying this because I'm truly a big fan. I've been at 2 of their clinics. I've joined 2 of their leagues. I've had private lessons. I've come here for open public play. And every experience has been fantastic, and it's because of the instructors like you, Phil. So I really want to say thank you, guys. And honestly, you have completely helped my game, so thank you for that.
Oh, no, thank you. I mean, it just, as an instructor at Peak Performance Pickleball Academy, I just think working there, I couldn't imagine working with any other crew. I mean, Simone, Chad, Catherine, Athena, Becky, I mean, they're just all class acts out there. Just incredible people, incredible instructors. And the clients that we have, I mean, they're the best people around. I mean, can't say enough about all of them.
That's great. Keep coming back because you guys are awesome. So it seems like Kyle obviously has a little bit greater advantage from the side. He might be more comfortable there. I'm wondering if coming off that last match, if that's going to really help kind of set him up.
Yeah, both players won their games on that side. So Kyle's starting out over there, but Jake's going to be able to finish on that side. See if that plays a role.
I know that Simone is a fan of when you get to pick side or serve, and there is a side that is definitely better than the other. She likes to start off on the tougher side. Do you agree with that strategy?
I would completely agree with that. As then, oh, nice point. Because worst case scenario, you go into a third game like this, you finish on the side that you want to be on.
That's right.
So it doesn't matter how far down you are, there's hope for you.
Great play by Kyle. Question from Larry said, from this camera angle, which way is the wind blowing, or is it shifting? There is a lot of gusts coming in. There are some I don't know what you want to call them, swirls happening, but for the most part, I think it's playing from Jay towards Kyle. That's the general direction that you'll have constant winds coming from.
We pull an instant replay on that one.
Yeah, it does look like his feet were in the kitchen based on the instant replay there.
Yikes.
We'll take a look at that one between the next match, or the next point here. God, I wonder where the wind was there. Let's go ahead and take a look at that last shot to see if Jay's feet were in there. Yeah, it definitely looks like he had not. Yeah.
Tough call.
It is a tough call, and I could see how he probably thought he was good there, but it does look like his toe just barely peeked over there for just a second. If you guys do have any other questions or anything out there watching on the live stream, please throw them in. We're happy to help. Phil and I probably come to the table with some assumptions from our knowledge of the game. So if there's any questions you guys have out there, throw them in the chat. And we got a quick timeout. Gonna hear a quick word from our sponsors. We were actually sitting underneath a Paddletech tent. And we have one of Paddletech's top players out there, Kyle Yates. Got 2-2 here.
Ooh, nice deep return there.
Question from Stephen McInerney, excuse me. Are you in the kitchen if your foot touches the no volley zone line? And Phil, correct me if I'm wrong, but the line around the kitchen is considered part of the kitchen. Is that right?
Correct. Toes on the line, you're in the kitchen.
Just like if your serve hits the kitchen line, that is technically a serve into the kitchen, which is a fault.
Yep. Nice close by Jay there. Saw Kyle stretched out.
Yeah, Jay seems to have kind of, I don't want to say calmed down, but maybe just a little bit more calm in his approach, kind of waiting for the shots a little bit more.
Yeah, he's definitely found his range. I think calm is a good word to use. He's definitely settled in to this match. I think he was kind of on the brink of defeat there. And I was just going to say he hasn't missed a return for a while. Till that. But overall, the quality of the play seems to be improving a lot. And both players are settled in. You're not seeing as many loose mistakes. You're seeing a lot more points ending up in winners or forced errors out here.
Kyle Yates getting his Jigsaw Health refuel there. I will definitely be having some of my Electrolyte Supreme before I play singles tonight.
You have a certain flavor you like?
The one that they sent me. I should pull out a packet and see the actual name of the flavor. It's good, though. It's pink. It's good. Tastes good. No sugar added. That's why I like it.
Very good. So this is interesting. It's 6-3 now. It's kind of deja vu from the previous game.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Side out. Question from Barrett Kinchelo out there. He asks, is this the bronze medal match? Yes, it is. Winner of this is going on to take on Tyson McGuffin for gold. Thank you for the question, Barrett.
So Tyson's probably pretty happy that this has gone into a third game.
Women's singles open.
Yes.
Julie Johnson. Jade Spano. Johnson and Spano. Point 5.
I know I've mentioned before, but we've seen Jay go out quite a bit today.
Good call for a timeout by Jay.
Yeah, you can tell he's getting frustrated. Anytime you get to that point, it's good to give yourself a chance to relax. So we're going to hear a quick word from our sponsor, and we'll be right back.
In pickleball, the last thing I want to think about when I'm playing is cramping or if you're able to perform 100%. Last US Open, I was playing singles and I was feeling like my right calf was getting like really stiff. And I was just like, okay, how can I help my body to perform better? When I start taking Jigsaw products, I'm gonna have energy, I'm gonna have good endurance, and I don't have to worry about me being tired or I'm gonna cramp, so I can just play 100%. You only have one body, so you need to take care of it.
Hey, let's see if that timeout's going to work in favor of Jay there. It was definitely a smart use of it there. Can't fight the frustration. You kind of got to work through it and get yourself back into the right mental state. And yeah.
Oh, for sure. When you get frustrated in this game, that's a killer. I mean, I have a tennis background. In tennis, you can just hit the ball really hard, hit a big serve, get some frustration out that way. Doesn't work so well in this game.
It's like Kyle took a little spill over there. I think his right foot just kind of got underneath him a little bit.
I shook it off pretty well.
I guess that's what's happening when you're moving laterally at 80 miles an hour. Sometimes that's going to happen.
Good game.
And that's it. Kyle Yates victorious over Jay Devilliers, which means that Kyle is going to be going on to the gold medal match to take on Tyson McGuffin.